Hello, hello, hello. I am the pescatarian gardener. I'm in zone 9A. I'm a pescatarian. I live the pescatarian lifestyle and I'm a gardener. So it goes hand in hand. If this is your first time here, thank you for watching my live and coming. If you are catching the replay, I just want to say thank you. Appreciate you. Um, Please do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. This is a wonderful channel where I get to express and share what I do in my garden. I also do a little bit about, pescatarian lifestyle, things that I eat. I have a few cooking videos. So let's get on with this live. So today's topic is about fall gardening. Fall gardening. Guys, it is August. Fall is here. Fall is here. The best thing we can do is to prepare. When you're prepared, you are going to succeed. Now, it goes hand in hand with anything. Whether you're let me turn my volume down. Sorry, guys. Whether you're preparing for a wedding, if you're preparing for a child to go to college, if you're preparing for a new baby, preparation is the key. And guys, it is no different when it comes to our gardens. Hey, Mike, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Good to see you. I really appreciate you. As always, drop your temps for the day. My temp right now, it feels very muggy and it is super hot and humid. I'm looking now, right now, it is a balmy 88 degrees. So, yeah. And the humidity, of course, is 66%. So, not as hot as what it was an hour or two ago, but still very hot. Hey, my Renaissance grandma, good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, Boucher, hola. Hey, Renejo, how are you? So drop your temps. I was just saying my temp is 88 with 66 for the humidity, but it feels much higher. I mean, it is like sticky. I went outside today, and for those of you that saw my video that I posted yesterday, I got a raised garden bed. Woo-hoo. It's orange. I love it. So I went out there today all excited to do a little bit. And guys, it was so hard to stay out there. It really was. So I'm looking at everybody's temp. Mike says he's got 80 degrees. Wow. Sylvia, hey, how are you? 96. The real feel is 105. That's crazy. That's crazy. Could you imagine, guys? That's just too hot, too hot. So Bougie is telling my Renaissance grandma that the kids love her soap. Now, guys, I've gotten her soap. If you have not gotten her soap, you better head on over to her Etsy shop and get that soap. When you get the soap, do not be surprised because before you even open the soap, you smell it when you open the package. When you open that package, you smell your soap. And it's good soap. It's really good. I love it. I love it. And it lasts. It lasts. It really lasts. So check her out. We need soap. So you might as well go ahead on and get some. Yes, 81 degrees. Wow. Yeah, it's really hot. It's really hot. And Bouger, she said it's 84 and feels like 88. I mean, it's crazy. You know, I was sitting in the house and I was like, is the air on? Yeah, it was on, but it was just that hot. I was like, Let me turn this down. Let me turn this down. Boulevard Prepper. Yes, yes, yes. Lady V. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Lady V collection on Etsy. Wonderful, wonderful things. And guys, I mentioned the soap, but that's not the only thing that she sells on her Etsy shop. She sells other things too. Spices. Check it out. Go and check it out. She's got something for everybody. So go and check it out. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Mm-hmm. It is good to hear when you make a product and people enjoy it. It's wonderful. So, guys, I was talking about prepping, and that's one thing that Bougie Prepper always says at the end of Wind Down Wednesday. One of the things she says is to keep prepping, keep preparing. You have to. So, oh, I got to put this up. Y'all see this? I got the spice. That's the only thing I use now. I'm telling y'all, check it out. I've not got the spice yet, but I have gotten the soap. So that's what I talked about. But she's got the spice. Check it out. Check it out. One day I'm gonna check out the spice too. My husband is the one that's really big on spices. So I will check it out and let him try it because he's the one that does most of the cooking of his meat. Since I'm a pescatarian and I don't taste it, he prefers to cook it himself, which I prefer as well. This way he can do it to the way he likes it. Yeah, so guys, this prepping is really important. It's only 35 days until fall. 35. That's not a long time. That's not a long time at all. So that's what we're talking about tonight. Before we get to it, we're talking about these spices. Mike said he loves her spices. Smoky greens, my favorite. Okay. I'm gonna have to check out them spices for sure. Yeah. I mean, that's good. That's really good. So there's so much that I personally have had to do to start prepping. In reality, guys, I started prepping a while ago when it was like 50 or 60 days. So one of the things that I have to do, or one of the things I knew I was going to do, I was going to rearrange my garden. I have to rearrange my garden. My garden is my property slopes down. And there are a few things that I've been doing to help with the water. It doesn't pool, the water doesn't pool, but it gets very mushy, very soggy. So there is some plants, I can't think of the name of it now, but I purchased them from my local nursery and they love water. They don't mind a little bit of standing water. So I said, great, because I don't have really standing water. I just have soggy. So they will soak up that water. So that was one of the things that I started doing. And the reason why I started now is because I figured in the fall, we have hurricane season from June to November. So I figured, let me get something there. We may be getting tons of rain and that will help. So you may not think of fall in terms of leaves falling and winter crops, but you have to start prepping now so that you can be prepared for whatever comes. And I know that this is going to be a rough season for hurricanes. Excuse me. So thirsty. See my orange? So that's one of the things we got to do. So the same way a person preps for anything else, we need to prep according to our area, according to your personal circumstances. So Bougie says she's attempting to get ahead of the season, so I won't want to start getting ready for next spring. Yep. Listen, I had a bad habit of waiting till the last minute and then scrambling. And that's not good. That's not good. That's not how you end up being successful. I had successes, but I was not as successful as I could have been. This year, I plan to be better than I was last year. And each year, I want to be better. So preparation is the key. Okay, guys, my Renaissance grandma said that the shop is closed for a month for discount sub appreciation month. Okay, we got that. So keep that in mind, guys. Don't forget it. I'm going to keep talking about it. So, my Renaissance grandma, do you have the exact date when it will open up? If you do, put that in the chat so we'll all know, and we can kind of be looking forward to that. And you can tell a little bit about Sub Appreciation Month if you like. Hey, Wellness, how are you? I missed you this morning, girl. I was so tired. I did not even get up and exercise today. I was exhausted. This weekend was my mother and father-in-law. They had their 40th wedding anniversary, and I surprised them with a dinner at my house. That was Saturday. I thought I would get up Sunday and clean everything and be ready to go. I did not wake up early and do anything. I was exhausted prepping and getting everything. I did the balloons with the arch. I did not know how long it would take. I'm shocked by how long it takes to do each of those balloons, put it up, and it was beautiful, but yeah, it was a lot of work. So I was exhausted. So I did not get up this morning. But thank you for being here. Okay, so I'm glad you mentioned that. She was wondering what happened with the shop. So thank you for mentioning that. Very much appreciate that. Yes, everybody speaking. Yes. Listen, I love them. They are so sweet and so good to me. So let me just say this. When they came over, we surprised them and everything. It was all the family. And then I took my father-in-law outside to show him my raised garden bed because he is a gardener as well. And I was explaining to him how I want to make my garden prettier, and I really love it, but I really want to make it more pleasing to the eye, kind of paradisaic, and so yesterday evening he came by with a gift for me to help me with my garden and the appearance of my garden. And so, he's just so sweet. I didn't mind doing it. I loved doing it. Cool. Thank you for understanding. Hey, Dark X, how are you? What's your temperature today? So, another thing, like I said, you have to prep according to your area. Now, I'm in zone 9A. So, guys, actually, I'm dropping some more seeds, some more squash seeds. I still have time. Tomato seeds, I still have time. Peppers, I still have time. I usually don't get cold until December. And sometimes it's not until the very end of December. And sometimes it's super, super mild. I mean, like cool in the morning and hot during the day. So I have a long growing season, so I can afford to do that. But, rainy. Wow. It's supposed to rain here today. It's not raining now, but they said it's going to rain later. So, and it's going to rain for the next 7 days, which I'm going to have to really bide my time in that garden. Yeah. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is 100% chance of rain, and Sunday is 53% chance of rain. The high is going to be tomorrow is going to be the highest, 97. I don't know what the real feel is, but crazy. But I still have to prep for the winter. So that garden bed, if you haven't checked out that video, go check out my latest video so you can see the garden bed and you'll kind of understand what I'm saying. The garden bed is huge. It is 8 feet long, 2 feet wide, and 2.5 feet tall. That's a lot. But guys, I knew I was getting a garden bed, and I knew I was going to get a raised one. Hey, Drell, how are you? We are well. How are you doing? And so I have been saving things to put in there. For example, the toilet paper rolls. When we had the storm, some limbs had fallen. That's all going in that garden bed. And then I'll put the soil, the compost. I'm even going to put some of that old chicken bedding. I'm going to do the cardboard. Then I'm going to do the chicken bedding. I'm going to clean out my coop. Well, my chicken run. I'm going to put that in the bed. I know that it's hot, but let me explain. There is something that my husband purchased that we spray in our chicken run to bring the ammonia levels down significantly. So when I put it in that raised bed, it will sit in between cardboard. Well, it'll be the cardboard, the chicken bedding, and then I will put the limbs and leaves and grass clippings, then compost, then soil. So I'm not really worried about it burning what I'm going to put in there because it's going to sit for a while. And then anyway, maybe not for months, but I'm going to definitely be using it maybe in a month or so. So I'm not really worried about it burning because of ammonia levels. Wow, 107. Oh my goodness. I hope you are cool. Great to see you all in this beautiful. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, girl. It is. Hola, LGG. Very much so. Very much so. I'm glad you are doing well. So good to hear. So good. Hey, G Mama, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Yep, exactly. Exactly. I was listening to someone else in Texas and they were talking about that heat. I'm like, oh my goodness. So she is definitely, yep, I knew it. She's definitely in Texas. Yeah. So that's one thing that I've done to prep. Another thing, guys, is I am so afraid. I don't want to say afraid. I'm so hesitant to pull stuff up, but I'm going to be doing it this year. I've started already. Some things I'm just like, nope, you're done. You're done. I got to make space. I got to re-up my soil because remember, I'm a container gardener. The raised bed with the empty bottom, that's the first time I'm really putting something that would actually be in the ground. So my container garden, it's been raining like crazy. We've had storms, just normal use. I've got to beef those up. So I'm going to be making sure that I add nutrients to that. It's important because I want, like I said, that fall garden to thrive. I'm going to be eating pretty off my garden. I'm already claiming it. Okay. I'm claiming it. I'm going to eat good off my garden. Now, another thing, prepping sometimes starts in the house. So, hey, Kenneth Wilkinson, good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Y'all know I have the Aero Farm and the Aero Garden. Well, I call myself starting, I love broccoli. So I said, well, you know what? Let me start it and then I will go ahead and be able to put it outside. Guys, I put that in the Aero Garden. I had to take it out of the Aero Garden, switch it to the Aero Farm because the Aero Farm is taller. The broccoli's like this now. It's huge. It's huge. It looks beautiful. Haven't got any heads yet, but I didn't expect it to grow so fast in the Aero Farm. I got several raised beds. Wow, several. Good for you. I love that. Guys, I wish I could have outlaid my whole garden with them. But I can't afford that right now. So I got one, I'll get another one eventually. So you got several. That is good. Good for you. Good for you. Yes. So, that's one thing that I was doing, starting seeds inside in the Aero farm and the Aero garden so I could easily switch them over. I was thinking, okay, it will grow slowly and then I'll be able to put it out there maybe next month. Mm-mm. I'm going to have to put it out soon because it's really getting big and bushy. So we'll see. It's very full. Like I said, the leaves are so big. Hey, Nikki, good to see you. Good to see you. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm sidetracked. Nikki, I sent you an email a while ago to ask the question. I took your advice. It looks great. I'm going to do a video and you'll get to see how I did it. The results was very good. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your suggestion. I just got a little excited about that. So Jill says she's been getting out into the garden, finally feeling better. Good for you. Slowly, but definitely surely. I love the feeling of returning to my garden the way I once could be in there. Good for you. Take it slow, especially with the heat. That's how I have to pace myself sometimes. Sometimes I'm so excited to get in the garden, especially when it's something like I'm going to have the next few days of rain. It's just like sometimes I get so anxious to be out there. I just go out there in the rain. I don't even care. Uh, I figured you were because it had been a while. Sometimes I have to kind of build myself up to it. But Nikki, I'm telling you, you will be proud of me. I still can't believe I did as well as I did. I'm actually going to drop a short. What's today? Monday, Wednesday. I might do it tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, thank you. I just so appreciate you. I really do. Yeah, so I'm trying to make sure that I have everything. Now, here's another thing. Starts or seeds. Last year I said I'm not buying any starts, or last season I should say. I'm not buying any starts for my summer garden. Let me tell you something. That changed because my seeds, some of them were like very iffy. Some of them were just deciding they're gonna take their time. So I had to go and just say, you know what? I got some starts. So a lot of my things that I planted, the seeds, did well, but a handful of them didn't. So I want to make sure that with this fall garden, I don't run into that because, guys, I'm sitting here looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those cases full of seeds, and I got seeds scattered all over the place in this bag, in that bag. I got tons of seeds. There's no need to buy starts. And furthermore, I'm happier with my seeds because they are varieties that they don't carry at the store. It's a better variety, in my opinion. Better variety. Matter of fact, I got 3 packages of seeds today. I ordered seeds from someone on Etsy. I ordered seeds from Rare Seeds, Baker's Creek, and I ordered seeds from Bentley. Guys, I don't need any more starts. I need to do my seeds. So what I have to do is I need to plant more than what I did for spring and summer in the event some of them don't germinate. Even if it's a handful that doesn't germinate, I should be okay. So G Mama says herbs take the longest time from seed, but they're worth the wait. True. I love the fact that I planted my chamomile from seed. That chamomile, guys, I call them the little flowers, I call them buttons. I see buttons everywhere. And I just snip, 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 tea. That's what I do. I'm a tea drinker. So it took a while to get started. But guys, after a while, it just thrives. So G Mama's right. They take a long time. And there are some herbs that you could plant in the winter. If I'm not mistaken, lavender is one of them. So if that's what you're thinking about doing, go ahead and get started. They take a long time, but they're worth it, like G Mama said. Yes, Sylvia. I mean, where can you go to any box store and find purple cauliflower, purple broccoli? The proper names are escaping me, guys, but you know what I'm talking about. Where can you go and find Scotch bonnet peppers? Who's selling them? Even my nursery, which is a very good nursery, doesn't always have such a wide variety. So what do? We do it ourselves. So Joe says she can't wait until fall and the cool temps. Fall is my most favorite season of them all. Plus, I'm a fall baby. I may be sleeping in my garden for the fall. I love. Yes. Now that would be nice. When you said sleeping in your garden, I just imagined a nice hammock with all the fall varieties of things growing around you, and just sitting there reading a book, listening to music, whatever. Fall, less bugs. That's what I like. Less bugs. I have so much basil. I have harvested so much, and the plant got bigger. It's so big, I have to take it out. That's how it is. I planted that Thai basil with the tomatoes, and it's doing phenomenal. So I made some tomato sauce from scratch with my tomatoes, and I did not include the Thai basil. So I'm actually going to make some more. I've already got the tomatoes. I just have to harvest some of the Thai basil, and I'm gonna make that tomato sauce with the Thai basil because I have plenty. And there's something else I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make some pesto with it and freeze it so that I'll have it. So thyme is a perennial that takes the longest time here in Zone 6A. Wow. So thyme. I don't usually cook with thyme often. The only time I remember, I shouldn't say the only time I remember, the time I use, the occasions that I use thyme is if I am preparing a steak for my husband. Then I will have the steak, slowly cook it with some butter, some seasonings. Number one seasoning, thyme. He just seems to really enjoy it. So I'm having the same beautiful problem. I just made a video about Aster basil. I'm going to check it out, Drell. I'm going to check it out. The more you harvest your herbs, the bigger the plants grow. Yep. Yes, it does. Those are the herbs from the chat. Oh, okay. Good for you. I had the amaranth that I grew in the challenge that did the best and the biggest, and I wanted to learn how to use the grain and separate it from the chaff and get the grain, but it didn't work. So I'm going to definitely do it again because I really, really want to see what it tastes like. Yep, it does. Plants, hammocks, book. So relaxing. On a nice, cool fall day, sipping on something, whatever, water, wine, juice, whatever. That's just beautiful. Hey, Tin, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for the support, sis. Appreciate that. Yeah, so another thing is I need to think, okay, valuable real estate for the fall. What's coming up? Now, I have some things that I'm going to harvest. And like I said, I'm going to beef up that soil and get it ready for something else. I still have carrots, guys. I know carrots don't usually grow around this time, but during the summer, but I kept them because I don't like to pull them all up. I like to go out there if I want carrots and go and pull them up. And so far, they're all fine. They're doing good. they're not growing big, but they're not dying. So I think what happens, if memory serves me correctly, is if it still survives and it's more of a fall/winter crop, it may not die, but it won't grow as fast. And so that's kind of what happened. My carrots are about that big, but I've gotten carrots that big. Wait, oh, that big. So now they're more so like that, which is fine. Cut them up, shred them up, throw them in the salad, whatever, and they're fine. But they're gonna come up, and I'm gonna put something else in there instead of carrots again. I need to do that. I got tons. Yep. I followed a video, Mike, but I obviously did something wrong. But I'm going to definitely do it again because there's nothing better than eating something that you can't get at the grocery store. And you can't get amaranth that as a grain at the grocery store. And it's a much healthier grain than rice. And guys, I love rice. It's bad, it's horrible, but I do love rice. I do. Rice, beans, love it, love it. All kind of beans, black beans, navy beans. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm growing this sockeye, I think it's called pink beans or purple. They're purple, they're long. They're just like black eyed peas, except they're a little purplish. Instead of a black eye, it's like a purple eye. Woo, they're growing so good. They are canopying over, just trailing over the canopy. It's looking fabulous. So yes, I will have a bunch of peas. Okay, well, no one told me that jalapenos are red. I almost threw them away because I thought they were bad. No, girl, that's when they good. They turning red. Good for you. Good for you. Don't throw them away. Don't do that. Yellow peppers will also turn red. Yep, they surely will. They surely will. Because actually, I learned that that is what happens. A green pepper, if you leave it long enough, will eventually turn red. I learned that like 2 years ago. And I tried it and it does work. They will actually. Green amaranth going crazy, but I don't know what to do with it. Girl, you'll find something. I'm telling you, it's a grain. You can actually take the leaves though, Drell, and put them in salad. I use the leaves, salad, stir fries, stir it up with a little bit of garlic, onions, put it over some rice or put it on the side. Good. In a salad, I prefer it stir fried over a salad. To me, it has a little bitter taste. So I prefer to stir fry it. Olive oil, that garlic, pepper, onions. Oh, so good. Throw some mushrooms in there. So yeah, it'll be good. Hey, Albert Miranda. Good to see you. Hola. Yeah, so Mike said you can pop amaranth like popcorn. Oh, what? That I did not know. Wow. That is pretty cool. We gonna have to see, yeah. Amaranth popcorn. Yes, yes. That sounds so good. That sounds so good. So another thing is trees. Now, I'm so crazy about these trees that I was putting trees in the greenhouse that did not need to go in the greenhouse. Oh, gotta protect my trees. They're all in containers, these huge containers. I'm pulling and no. Pear trees don't need to be in nobody's greenhouse. They're going in the ground. I'm finding a spot and they're going to go in the ground. So how do I prep them for fall? This is a good time, guys, to put your trees in the ground. You are able to put them in the ground. It gives them a chance to get acclimated to the soil and the weather. So when spring comes, they will be good, in good shape. My plan is to put them in the soil, feed them just a little bit, and the pear trees don't necessarily need it, but some of my other trees I will definitely have to put some mulch around them to help with the roots, keep them warm. No, it's not going to get extremely cold, but you still have to protect them. And that's what I'm going to do. So that's going to be part of my fall prep. So, hey, girl, dad, cooking up deliciousness. Good to see you. Thank you. So, certain things are going in the greenhouse. So Joe said, okay, but mine has more grain than leaves. Maybe okay, there are different varieties. There are. There are so many varieties of amaranth. So you have to be specific to your variety. But there, from what I understand, they all have some type of medicinal or food value. But look it up and make sure. I didn't grow the green variety. Mine was the red one. So make sure you get it, look it up, and find out, because I'm pretty sure there's some way that you can harvest it. Pretty sure. So now things that are going in the greenhouse would be my pomegranate, my solo kiwis, my figs are not going in the ground. I mean, not going in the greenhouse. My let me see. My guavas are all going in the greenhouse. My guavas, guys, I put in the greenhouse and I wrap them. I usually wrap them because they like hot, humid. So I want to keep it very warm, a little bit warmer than everything else. Yes, it does sound good, and I'm sure it's healthy, so that's good. You see that? Flour, popcorn, cereal, and salad. Yes, I tell you, that's good. That's good. That's good. Um, so another thing is, hey, Tamika Davis, thank you for coming. I appreciate you coming. So, my what else is going in the greenhouse? My torch ginger, my regular ginger. I'm also gonna put my turmeric, however you pronounce it. I have a lot that's gonna go in that greenhouse. But my citrus, I'm not putting in a greenhouse. It can stay outside. It can stay outside. My limes and lemons and orange, different varieties, they're gonna stay out. They can take it. I just was a little paranoid about that. So their fall prep is going to be a little different than my prep for my other things. I'm going to trim everything. Figs are okay outside. Yep. Dwarf pomegranate. That's what I have, a dwarf pomegranate. I'll go in his shed. Yep. That's all right. The shed will do it. Listen, whatever you can do to make it, that's what I say. If I had a shed, I would do it, but I use it. So I got the greenhouse. But yeah, I love that dwarf pomegranate. I had like 7 or 8 little flowers, and I was getting little pomegranates. We had the storm, lost them all. It's okay. We'll see. So G Mama said lots of leaves can be sauteed if you prefer savory. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. And I was doing this thing where I was like, I want to collect a bunch of the leaves and go ahead and saute them all together and see how they taste together. Like the leaves from the amaranth, the leaves from the potatoes, the sweet potatoes. I love those leaves. I love the amaranth leaves. So I want to combine it and see what it tastes like if I add it to like maybe cabbage, if I add it to with some spinach, all of that. I think I refer to myself as a crazy eater because I like to combine a whole bunch of different flavors together. And I like that burst of flavor in my mouth, different flavors. So that sounds like something that I would definitely do. So that's what I'm doing for fall prep. Another thing is it's time to start collecting seeds if you have not. Look at what's going to seed and start collecting those seeds and make sure that those seeds are labeled correctly. Because you know how we do. We say, oh, yeah, I remember what it is. I know I won't. And I hear a lot of people say it too. I don't know what this is, but I'll have to find out when it grows. Yeah. So, you know, um, that's important. That's important. Thinking about that, how we're gonna do that. Also, too, what I'm not gonna grow again next year. Y'all, I planted corn. I got one little corn. And I planted 3 different varieties. So I don't know how much I'm gonna be doing corn next year. We'll see. So Sylvia says she will combine any kind of greens. Me too. My favorite is when if you buy it from the store, collard greens from the store and cabbage from the store, you can't really mix it because it seems like the cabbage always cooks so much faster than the collard greens. But I notice when I get it from the garden, I can combine them at the same time and they cook perfectly together. So I definitely, like you, Sylvia, will combine any kind of green. Yes. And girl dad gives the 100. Thank you. Thank you. Because this man is always cooking up something delicious. It's funny because I don't cook meat, but I like watching your channel, sir, because it kind of gives me an idea of what I'm going to do for my husband if I do cook something for him. So, yeah, I will do that. Yes, yes, yes. So, another thing that we have to think about with fall prepping is, are you going to let a garden bed rest? Some people do. Some people will take everything out, beef it up, cover it over, and let it rest so that when springtime comes, it's ready to go. So that may be something that you think about. What are you going to do? Are you going to let it rest? Are you going to go ahead and and go ahead and plant something else there? One thing that I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm not taking so many nutrients out of that soil and not putting anything back in. You have to feed the soil. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and feed my soil. So when I start with my fall gardening, putting those things out there, boom, they are ready. They are ready. Also, too, where am I going to put things? Because you got to keep in mind the days are shorter. And so, what about things that need more sun? You got to situate it in your garden so they get the maximum amount of sun. You want them to do well. Here's another thing. I'm not very good with always mulching to protect things. And I want to be better at that because they're going to need it. Certain things need more than others. So just making a mental note of what needs a little bit more heavier mulch, what could kind of go without, what definitely needs it is something I have to keep in mind. Also, too, you are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. It is absolutely true. I love when you do a video and you hear the sizzling, the sounds. It just kind of get you salivating and you can almost smell it. So I love that. So it is so well deserved. Another thing you want to think about with fall is this. When do you wait to drop your seeds? Because remember, even though it is fall, it is easier to get them to germinate when it's a little warm. If you wait too long, they will germinate, but it will take a little bit longer. So plan it right. So the majority of my seed planting, direct sowing, is going to be next month. September. I know that the trend is going to, if the trend goes at it as it normally does, it may or may not. It usually starts to get a little cooler in the evening. So September, mid, early to mid September, heavy seed sowing. So that October, November, boom, it's popping. And I want multiple harvests. I want to harvest and then I want to reseed maybe a month after I've seeded, do it again so that I can have multiple harvests. Like I said, this garden, I'm claiming it, is going to be booming. I'm going to be eating heavily off my garden. And if I don't, it will be because of some unforetold circumstance that comes up. Sylvia says, I have some activated charcoal to add to my super juice. Ooh, it's super to supercharge the microbe. I'm going to do good. Listen, you got to let us show us how it does. Definitely. Hey, JK Gardner, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Yes, please, everybody, please give me a thumbs up. Let YouTube know, hey, I got some value. Somebody's interested in what I got to say. So thank you. If you do, I appreciate that. All of you that are up in this chat right now, all 21 of you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. So, what else did I write? For the fall, another thing I have to do is I have to get a new water collection system. Oh my goodness, guys. So my water container has a zipper top, and then in the middle, it has like a little spout for the water to come down with a strainer over it so no debris gets in there. Well, the zipper broke. So it just flops down in there. I can't have that. I gotta make sure I get a new one of those. So keep this in mind. Even though there is 35 days till fall, you can still, if you order it within the next week or so, pay cheaper for things for the fall than if you wait till September. I'm telling you from experience, do it now, because if you wait till September, it's going to be more. And I'm about saving money. I'm about trying to do whatever I can to make sure I'm spending as least possible in that garden. So if you're going to get something for the fall, try to do it now, because once September hits, it's going to go up. And once October comes, forget it. So, great to know. Thanks. I have slugs and snails. Yeah, let me tell you about them snails. My yard was full of them. I was like, I got to do something. So I took some of that. It's something you sprinkle. Did the job. What's up, David Corey? Good people. You good people too. Hey, David. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Yeah, so, just keep that in mind. And let me just tell y'all, I compost in place. I dig a hole, depth of bed. I put a basket in ground, covered with a big stone. I just moved the stone to refill basket with my leftover veggies all year long. Got one. That's right. And speaking of that, let me tell you something. David Corey was the one that was encouraged me to put all of my kitchen scraps in the garden. And because my husband barbecues often, all year round, guys, I take that ash and I put it over there. I just throw it in the garden bed, put the ash in. I've never had any problem with critters getting into it. It's like they can't smell it because of the ash. And I know it beefs up because I look at what I put it in, the garden beds that I put it in, which containers I put it in, and I see that stuff is booming. So yes, I'm definitely, if I don't give it to the chickens, it's definitely going in a garden bed. So yes, indeed, buying garden supplies off season. Yep, it is the best time to catch a deal. It really is. And I didn't always know that. I didn't. Somebody shared it and I started doing it. And I realized, you know what? They're right. Buy it off season. The same way you do with other things. Buy it off season to save money. Just like my greenhouse. I bought my greenhouse the middle of the summer. And guys, it was so inexpensive. It was ridiculous. I cannot believe how much I saved doing it that way. You see this, David? She said, thank you for the package. She got you. And she'll be sending it back Wednesday. So good. I need to barbecue. Great excuse to get some. Yep, yes, it is. My husband loves to barbecue, y'all. And let me tell you, for those of you that weren't here, this weekend was my mother and father-in-law's 40th anniversary, and I gave them a surprise dinner. My husband, for the first time, barbecued a turkey. Now, I don't eat meat. And no, I did not dip over and eat any turkey. But everybody, when he brought it in and went back out, everybody was like, ooh, let me get a little piece. Let me get a little piece. Everybody was like, ooh, this is good. Are we ready to eat? Can we eat? They wanted that turkey. They said it was good. It took him 5 hours. What he did was I had to thaw it out. Once it was thawed out, he cleaned it, really good. And he seasoned it really good. He stuffed it and everything. And he put it on that grill and he kept going back, doing something. I don't know. I stay out his way when he's at the grill. And it was so nice and juicy and crisp and moist. And that's what everybody kept telling him. Not even a nibble. So, yeah. It was fantastic. They loved it. So yes, he barbecues everything. He barbecues all the time. He loves it. He barbecues. He puts my salmon on the grill, my trout on the grill, shrimp on the grill, my veggies on the grill, everything on the grill. So that's one thing I'm happy about, that ash. And it's good ash. He uses wood charcoal. He does not use the brisket. He uses wood. That's just what he does. Just what he does. This is I think Menard's trying to slight me on the seas this year. They no longer have the show. What? Yeah, right? Did I do that? Yeah, they probably was like, look, you remember that lady that came in here and got all them seeds? We not doing this year. Somebody said that the Dollar Tree had seeds for a penny. Man, my Dollar Tree, I don't even see no seeds in there. So I don't know what they did because they had them last year. They had them. And they were like 12 cents. And I bought a ton. Yes, he is. I got to admit, he really is. Yes, it is. This was his first time doing it. And I'm going to tell you something. Every single time my husband grills something for me, he is always concerned, babe, how was it? Did it taste good? Was it this? Was it that? He's very concerned. He wants people to enjoy it, whether it's me or somebody else. So that night, we were in bed, and he rolled over and he said, do you think they really enjoyed the turkey? I said, babe, let me tell you, when you went outside to do something with the grill, everybody ran in the kitchen to take a little piece because they could smell it. They loved it. So he's very much concerned with making sure people enjoy it. So I love that about him. Yeah. So, I would like to see hey, Sammy Joe, good to see you. Thank you for coming. I really want to see what everybody is doing to get ready for the fall. So flood YouTube with your fall videos, fall prepping videos, please. Y'all start asking these companies if they're... David, I followed what you said. I got an email back. They said, They'll let me know. So you're right. You're right. Um, guys, we are essential. Some of you have tons of people that follow you. And so why not get the benefit, like David said, and start reaching out to these companies to do these collabs, because we will help them and then they will help us, or they help us and we help them, pat each other on the back. So we're essential. Hey, the retired gardener, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Yeah, so guys, do it. I follow his advice and I got an email back the next day. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, so definitely do it. Definitely do it. And we've seen other people's videos where they've gotten things for free. They just might. So nothing beats a failure but a try. That's how I always look at it. That's how I look at it. So yeah, like I said, please, I want to see, and I'm gonna be on the lookout for people flooding YouTube with their fall prep videos. What are you doing to get ready? Because everybody is different. And so here's the thing, even though everybody is different, you might do something that I didn't think of. Now I can do it, and now I'm better off because now I've got that extra bit of knowledge. Hey, Quinny. So keep that in mind, guys. So Joe says, I have a confession to make. I purchased more seeds today, but only because I sold all of my onion and leek seeds yesterday, and plus they was on sale. Well, there, I said it. Hashtag seed junkie. Joe, I'm a seed junkie too, sis. Like I said, I got 3 packages of seeds today. I started to open them up, but then I was a little ashamed, so I left them in the other room. But I know I don't need seeds, but then in a way I do. Like, I wanted some stevia because, oh wow, you go, brother. Good for you. Good for you. I know we're gonna see a video, so I'm gonna be looking forward for it. I'm gonna be looking for it, and hopefully get that coupon code. Yeah, hopefully I can learn something from somebody else. So I'm in zone 9A. So drop your zone. Drop your zone. Maybe you can hook up with somebody that is in the same zone as you, see what they're doing. And you know what? Let me tell you something. Even though I'm not in zone B, I'm zone 9A. I will look at what someone does in 9B and I'll try it because I'm going to have a greenhouse. So that will make it warmer and I will try it. And guess what? I never listen when they say, you can't grow that in your area. Well, you know what? We're going to see. We're going to see. The only thing that'll happen is it won't grow. Or I may make it so that I may have the right conditions set up so that it does grow. Like I said, I have a greenhouse and I have a greenhouse heater. It is a greenhouse heater specific for a greenhouse. So it is what it is. I buy seeds and don't need them. Guess what? A lot of us do. It's okay. It's okay. It's seeds, It's seeds. Remember, back in the day, guys, when people, when the land was just new and people were pioneering, parents would give seeds as gifts to their children. Very valuable. Seeds were valuable. They were like currency back in the day. If you had seeds, that was valuable because that was your means of survival. So parents would pass those seeds down, and those seeds were precious. I read a book. It was Western Women. What happened was I watched an old movie, and it was about the women who came to the West to marry men or whatever. And I was like, It says based loosely on a true story. So then I got the book and I read to see. And almost every one of those girls mentioned in the book had seeds from their mother. Seeds from their mothers. So, I mean, honestly, guys, I actually feel like if we organized it, we could have our own seed co-op. What seeds you got? We almost are there right now anyway. If someone says, hey, I need this seed, someone sends it. I remember I wanted cumin. Sure enough, somebody sent me some cumin seeds. Psalms. She sent me some cumin seeds. Oh, Sylvia, you okay, 9A. Cool. Cool. Um, very good. So, I'm really big on the seed swapping. I really am. Guys, go ahead. 6A, 8A, 8B. Yeah, 8B. You might put something out there and be like, hey, I did this, I did that. I could still do it and find benefit in it. So yeah, guys, absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing those links and those zones. Callie, what's up? I love Cali. Um, love California. Yeah, so guys, I'm going to get off. I'm really would love to talk some more, but I'm really tired. This weekend wiped me out. My 9A is like 9B. Okay, I hear you. I feel like my 9A is like 9B too, because if something they say it grows in 9B, I'ma still grow it, and like I said, throw it in the greenhouse and it's just fine. Just fine. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you have a greenhouse, most plants will live. Yep, they will. I can tell you. People will say, "Oh, don't overwinter this, don't overwinter that." I harvest tomatoes, peppers, and everything through the winter. I throw it in the greenhouse, and it's fine. It's fine. And I know it's fine because one day I left the door to my greenhouse up to get some air, and a bird was living in there. He got his little nest, and it was a little baby bird in there with a nest. So my greenhouse, he was living a life because it was nice and warm, and he had all his little greenery right there. Nothing goes in a greenhouse. I really don't have any plants that can't take my winter. Oh, okay. See, good for you. I mean, it's beautiful to be able to do that, and listen, thank you. Yeah, got to. You know, we really can make a difference. We really can. Because we're all so generous. Hey, Growing with Hudson, we all are so generous. I love that we're not just generous with seeds, but we're generous with knowledge. Oftentimes people covet. It's okay, sis, you late, but you here, and I appreciate that. People covet knowledge sometimes. They hold it to themselves. But I don't find that in our garden community. Not at all. Sometimes 9A. I don't find that at all. I find people so willing to offer suggestions. Exactly. Thank you, David. Offer suggestions. If they've got something they're willing to share. And I love that. I love that. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, like I said, yes, Joe, everybody have an amazing evening. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Tamika Davis. Thank you, David, the Cropper. Thank you, G Mama. Thank you, LGG. Thank you, the Retired Gardener. Thank you, Growing with Hudson. Thank you, my Renaissance Grandma. Thank you, Girl Dad. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. If I didn't call your name, forgive me. Forgive me. Um, Yep. Okay, cool. Will do. Will do. So listen, everybody have a wonderful evening. I love and appreciate every one of you. As I always say, whatever you're doing, you enjoy it. Go salon.